Alright, so let's talk about this famous problem with the O-rings on the return tubes on the GS engine. The O-rings are made originally of nitrile rubber. That's the black rubber with often it's got this green marking. So this is an original part, Citroën part. The problem with this rubber material is that it's not designed to work in a hot environment more than like 100 degrees, and the engine in a Citroën GS gets hotter than that. So then we can order some Viton rubber, and this has the double temperature interval. So this can stand up to 200 and I think it was 205 degrees Celsius for a pretty long time. What I normally do is I don't care that much about this lower part, because this is the part that goes into the engine, and this is the part that goes into the head, and it's the head that gets hot. This side doesn't get that hot at all. This goes into the oil sump, and this is the end that goes into the top. So I use original nitrile rubber down here, because when you take this apart on an engine, these lower O-rings are often pretty okay. They're soft and they don't split in small pieces. They're not brittle. But these ones almost always split and are pretty hard. So when I put this together, I normally use the original black rubber for the oil sump side and the Viton rubber O-rings for the head side. So this is how I do it. These are significantly more expensive than these ones, and you only need 2 of them on an engine. So that's how I do it. So what we're going to do today is to grind the valves, this surface, and we use paste. This is the coarse grained, and then we're going to continue with the fine grain. Put this on here, and then put the valve in there, and then rotate this back and forward to get this surface on both sides nice and clean, and also even, so it seals everything. That's for compression, for gaining a good compression. Anyway, you've probably seen these tools that you put some kind of rubber suction thing on here, and then it has a wooden stick, and then you rotate this between your hands. I don't like that, because it has a tendency to just get sideways and loosen, and you just get frustrated. I learned a thing when I was a kid working at Jerry Hathaway's shop in Van Nuys, California, that Citroën SM World shop. He did exactly the same thing on the Maserati V6 engine. He put the valve in with the paste on, and then he put a rubber hose, mainly a fuel hose, on there, and then you could rotate it like this. Turn it, rotate it, turn it, rotate it, turn it, rotate it. That's how I grind my valves. So that's what we're gonna do today. Be very careful not to get the paste on here, because you're gonna ruin the surface in there, well, gonna have this famous oil smoke even worse. So we lubricate that before we start up. So a little bit of, just a little drip of oil on there. That's enough. Now I just put it in there and just rotate it so I even this out, and then we have the paste. Coarse grain, but it says on the package in Swedish and Finnish by some funny reason. There we go, putting this on there. Pretty basic stuff. And then put it into the where it's gonna be, and then we just listen to the sound. And now the sound changes, because the paste goes sideways and escapes from the surface. So we need to resurface it, or what you call it, with some more of this paste. Doesn't need to put that much on there. It's just gonna cover, not the whole way, not all the way around, but just cover the surface roughly. And then I just rotate it around a little bit to spread it out, and then I apply some pressure on the valve, actually. And then I lift it from the seat and back again to get the paste on there. And now it goes silent, so we need to resurface it. Doing this back and forward sometimes with the coarse grain. The sound is obvious. It works when it's loud, and when it gets silent, it's done. Grinding this back and forward good amount of time, and we have this gray surface all around that I was talking about. This isn't done yet. You see, it's not actually perfectly gray, the whole surface around, so we need to keep going, but this is like half done. And when the surface is gray evenly, this is going to seal the combustion chamber enough to make the compression ratio be as close as a new engine. But of course, in terms of wear on the piston rings and stuff, it's not going to be perfect, but very close. So we're gonna continue this one a little bit more.